Breaking news this morning. Officials are investigating what caused a house fire in Danville.
You almost can't even see the shovel anymore. That's just how deep it is down here.
Two parents accused of keeping their 13 children captive at home were in court.
State police tell me that they're lucky this is not a fatality. As you can see, crews are still on scene. In court yesterday, he pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree murder. We got 24.5 degrees. So as you can see, these have all been below freezing.
Of people representing different groups gathered in Lexington for demonstrations sparked by the actions of a restaurant owner. Just learned only moments ago that the suspect is officially charged with 5 counts of murder.
According to court documents, the robbery may have been drug-related.
Martinsville police are looking for the man they say is responsible for an overnight shooting.
We're out here doing our snow dance for you, trying to make you happy. I know you wanted some snow, but this means now you got to do a spring weather dance.
2.5 months and 200 hours. That's how long Albemarle County Sheriff Chip Harding has been reviewing Jens Soring's case.
Probably 2 or 3 weeks in it, I started feeling like if he was given a new trial, he wouldn't be convicted.
Jens Soring was convicted in 1990 of killing Derek and Nancy Haysom in Bedford County. Soring was dating their daughter, Elizabeth. Although he confessed to carrying out the murder, Soring later changed his story and said he was only taking the fall to save his girlfriend.
There's so much misinformation given to the jury. Looking at the evidence right now, there's no way in the world I could convict him.
Harding points to a forensic science report published in 2009. Researchers concluded Soring's DNA was not found at the crime scene, contradicting evidence presented during the trial.
In 1985, you didn't have DNA testing. By the time he went to trial in 1990, you did, and I didn't see where there was any DNA testing done, which it's beyond me why it wasn't.
In 2011, WDBJ7 talked to Carl Wells, the man who was sheriff in Bedford County when the murders happened. He believes both Soring and Elizabeth Haysom, who was also convicted of murder, are guilty.
They knew too much. They told too many factual things that happened that matched what we saw at the crime scene. I haven't had a bit of problem sleeping with the fact that they are pulling time.
Why is this happening? You know, what did I do for this to happen?
It was a Wednesday night, September 27th, when Rachel says she went to a restaurant on a date.
We started drinking. I had way too much to drink. And then he made the statement that his friend Brent was coming by to have a beer.
Rachel says Brent is Brent Townley, a former Roanoke City Sheriff's deputy.
I didn't know Brent before this.
After leaving the restaurant, Rachel says the three ended up in a car with her in the back seat. That's when Rachel says she was sexually assaulted.
Rachel says the sexual assault happened in this parking lot at Valley View Mall. She tells me the attack was so forceful, it left her bleeding and in pain.
I realized what was going on. I begged him to stop. I said, no, you're hurting me, please stop.
She got out of the car, into her own vehicle, and drove until she found a police car in downtown Roanoke. Rachel says an officer took her to the emergency room at Roanoke Memorial Hospital. That Friday, Rachel pressed charges against Townley. We pulled the arrest warrant. Townley is charged with a form of sexual assault, a felony.
The details are going to show that everything that happened between them was consensual. That's what he said every time. That's what he told the detectives.
Deborah Caldwell Bono says her client is innocent and will fight his charges in court.
As long as she continues to maintain that he did anything that she didn't want him to, we'll be having a trial.
Rachel says she plans to fight too.
I had to speak out. I had to do something. It's not right. And for me, you should not be doing the things that you're doing if you're carrying a badge and a gun, saying that you're out here to serve and protect.
Frank Dalton Jr. enjoys spending time at the lake.
Everybody that knows me knows I love fishing.
Prior to retiring, he spent his time giving back to the community.
I was a volunteer fireman for Alta Vista for about 30 years, and I'm a lifetime member.
Now he spends much of his time here at the Allen B. Pearson Regional Cancer Center.
I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer.
For men, statistics show there is a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting breast cancer. Paying attention to the warning signs saved Dalton's life.
I took a shower And when I was drying off, I felt something in my right chest and just kind of took it from there.
Since January, Frank has undergone 4 radiation treatments. Before that, he had 11 lymph nodes removed. Through it all, his wife and a best friend have been right by his side.
Being real good friends with him and all, just didn't think that could happen.
Rather than getting down about his situation, Dalton is using his diagnosis to help others.
It can happen to you. If I can save one person's life, it's worth it to me, to get the word out.
Toneshia Watkins, WDBJ 7.